Hey there, everyone. It's RCK, and I'm glad to have you back here again for our next episode. Today, we're going to be going over the Omniscience game, being turned 79 and 80. We're really getting up there in the turns these days. So, of course, we see the battle versus Ermor and N ramping up a little bit. Not the normal, like, 5 skirmishes we have back and forth, but a little bit more of a full-on action here. And then just 1 or 2 battles with Machaka. So we see Imps being used by End. This is going to be not sure if that's a spell or not, just Imps that he has summoned. Same here, so he's taken 2 provinces. Ooh, he got the fight with the Demi-Lich. So this turn, they're not going to be they won't have their, they should still have their Bless, I feel, in battles after this one. And he should have enough Archbishops to return the Demi-Lich in 1 turn. So he, as far as N goes, he lost 2 sages here, not 2 or 3 sages, not too important. A Camel Chief, Faustbond, I mean, we'll just watch and see. I assume he Magic Phased Demi-Lich in, and then he didn't have a lab to teleport him out, maybe, or maybe he's Magic Dueling a few times here with the Astral 7. It's probably Magic Dueling, yeah. Yeah, he's Magic Dueling. So he did teleport this in, looking to fight this group here. But honestly, I mean, you're going against a 7 fighting 3s. I mean, there is a chance that you will lose. So you do have to be careful with that. He's got Warriors of Niflheim up and Mass Protection. So he's got pretty good down alt and enchantment. Wailing Winds, Will of Fate, so that's very nice, giving everything luck. Probably casting the fire resistant spell. Blood Rain, very nice with Wailing Winds combination up. Blood Rain gives everything -4 morale. Let's see if we can see it on something else. Of course. Does it not give it to your own units? So I guess Blood Rain doesn't count against you? I thought it counted against you too. Yeah, everyone has -4 morale. Rain of Stones is up, Wailing Winds, and Relief. Still casting those magic duels, so that's how a few of those Astral Mages were killed. But obviously it won't take long before the Demi-Lich is actually down. A unsuccessful raid here from Ermor, losing about 60 chaff, not too big of a deal. In a successful raid, killing 1 PD. These are the specters that have the equipment on them, so they're still raiding and doing a pretty good job at it. So in attack Ermor, but was defeated here, so the Abbot Sage, which is a Holy 2, Fire Snakes, and Lady Warriors were not able to take down the Long Dead Horseman that he brought in this province here in the 1 PD. Interesting there. Here we see Machako's main force, if I remember correctly. Was this his main force? Yeah, this has to be his main force, because he's been losing a lot lately. As sorceresses, Mound Things, Blacks has a bunch of them, and these are 2 turns to recruit. This has got to be some nice white mages in here. Very nice chassis that have all of them. Of course, they have magic paths as well, but they'll vary from 1 to 1. Blind Ogre Chaff, Hoplites. Very nice. And this is the force here that attacked the Arcocephali province. Not really as mage heavy. I mean, 5 sorceresses and 4 black ones with costing 2 turns apiece. I mean, 3. Okay. And a white mage. I mean, not as costly as the other force that he has. Still a lot of hoplites, not a lot of chaffs. A little bit of archers. So maybe the archers are being used as chaff at this point. Here we have Arcocephali attacking the Pinson 1. So what it looks like is that Arcocephali mine hunted what was in this province as a leader, and then just had this person come in and go like cast spells or wait, yeah, or wait, and just had them run away or disintegrate because they're undead and they don't have a leader. Green Knight. Of course, your Green Knight is equipped up. Let's just check out just because I'm curious on what he has on it. Actually, nothing. Okay. But the Green Knight does have a mortality of 3 months, so he's continuously getting him back. Also has recuperation, which is nice, so he doesn't have to worry about those pesky afflictions he might get. And here we actually see just another raiding force from Ermor. This one actually having 4 Knights of the Unholy Sepulchre and 2 priests that cost him 60 gold apiece, so that's interesting to see. And only lost 10 foul spawn, of course. That's a pretty good trade for him. This was the force that the Demi Lich magic phased into, I believe. Because this was obviously on the same, or maybe on a different province. Being that the magic phase happened first, then they moved and attacked the province. So here we have a Spectral Mage and Ghost taking on probably 6-ish PD, I'd say. Same here, another Spectre taking on pretty good little Raiders here. Ethereal, Death 2, Stealthy, they have Spirit Sight, they have a Chill 3 Aura. If they have any kind of protection items on them, that would be very, very nice. Pretty decent magical resistance, high morale. So pretty decent Raiders as far as they go. So here we have 2 Censors, 5 Priests being lost, 17 Knights, about 100 and some long dead, 130 long dead. Only losing Mirror Guard, 2 Mirror Guard, and 1 Soldier Priest, so pretty decent on inside here. Of course, he was going against Holy Twos, possibly even Communioned up. So, yeah, not surprised. His troops are very, very strong, and if they're going like 1-to-1 with Ermor's troops, I think he'd do pretty good. It's just an Arc Gold event for some reason. So as far as things go, I do expect to see a large battle here fighting over Man itself, the capital, because this looks like Ermor's main stack right here at 13 at the moment, because it looks like it has a team in it, so he's not able to magic duel the Dusk Elders out of it, so he's able to still cast Rigor Mortis and things, or Darkness, I believe. And he has mostly lictors in this army, so that is going to be very, very dangerous for End. So he's got to watch out for that for sure. And he's still raiding around End, unfortunately for him. I mean, on the bright side, yeah, Ermor's doing okay. We have the trolls and different things trying to fend off the coastline here, but Ermor's ability to actually raid things is just fairly, fairly strong, so he can continuously be throwing these groups of 40, 50 at him and not have to worry and just take things back and forth and generally just be really annoying to him. Here we do see I don't see a fort being made, but there are a lot of troops here as far as his soldier priests. But yeah, I mean, things are looking good. Ermor's still going to have trouble fighting end to end due to the fact of Purgatory being up and Eternal Power, so he's just going to have so many gems. And once he really hits like Flames from the Sky and stuff, these stacks here really aren't going to mean anything at all. I mean, he already has Firestorm, so it makes it very, very difficult for any chaff unit for Ermor. And you can only last so long with lictors and purgatory. The afflictions will start to stack until it just kind of slowly eats them away. So that's going to be it for Ermor and End for this turn. Here we see Abizia just massing up troops, and it looks like Machaka is eyeing him down to go after that capital there, or he might be going after 67 to try to take that fort. Wouldn't be too bad of an idea either. See him getting 2 more large groups here, more than likely be facing Arcosophali. We see End on top of Satissa's fort here still, taking provinces here and there. Back from Ermor that's taken it from End, and we see Satissa in his cap here with shamans, elite warriors, Sobek guard, It's very interesting. Of course, we see where Arcosafali took back that throne that he had underwater. And we see Machaka being a little bit aggressive and going after Arcosafali at this point. Not too bad. I think, was this a fort? I think this was originally owned by Scaleria, then got moved to Arco. I don't think this was ever Machaka's at any point. It'd be nice if he got this one though, 93. Definitely want to be searching for those thrones at this point. But honestly, now that Arco, 1, 2, 3, 4. Arco has 4 thrones. So I also have the level 3 throne. So that's 3, 5, 7, and then they have 8, 9. So one more throne past the ones they currently have, and they will have the game. So interesting. It could go either way, depending on how much Machaka is able to take back or take from. Actually, that was an end. My bad. But regardless, these are the thrones that aren't claimed. So these are End's thrones. Or not End, these are Arcosafali's thrones. He has the Throne of Earth, Throne of the First Age, Throne of Bureaucracy, and Throne of the Sun because he's sitting on 4. Let's double check. Throne of Bureaucracy, Throne of the Earth. Where are you at? Throne of the First Age, and what was the last one? No, that's just all the ones. And Throne of the Sun. Where's his Throne of the Sun? Throne of the Sun right there. Yeah, so he's got a lot. He's got a lot. One more throne, and it'll be Arco's game. So that's going to be all for turn 79. So let's go and head over to turn 80. So we have some messages from N. My goodness, we have a lot to read here. Ugh. I think I've given up on trying to win this game. That's not a good thing to hear. And that's even before I got careless and lost an army on top of man. I left patrolling a few turns ago. Very unfortunate for him. Armor's playing the spoiler now requires too much attention and doesn't leave any resources left over for other operations. This is mainly due to rigor mortis because it means I have to fight his lictors entirely with battlefield wipe spells since everyone falls asleep so fast. Very true. You say my anti-lictor script run last turn. You saw my anti-lictor script run last turn when his god magic phased onto my army. Mainly Wailing Winds, Blood and Rain, Rain of Stone, since lictors have no hats. That's very true. And lictors are the only unit, or some of the only units you can have run. As far as your undead go, they have morale 50, but lictors actually have a morale. I don't remember if it's like 16, maybe? I don't remember. I'm going to spend the rest of the game pushing into Ermor as best I can. Not entirely sure how reliable my anti-lictor script will be as I haven't tested it. I think it needs to route lictors pretty quick or else I suffer troop losses that won't be sustainable. If it works, I have crumble casters working in conjunction with heaps of preachers, heretics sitting on top of castles and pushing my dominion in hence purgatory. All that should bring down the walls pretty quick, I hope. Yeah, very true. No hard feelings for the Armor player playing the spoiler. At best, I don't think he had a realistic chance of winning after I failed to expand beyond his original borders. But I actually think he lost the game at God design time since his bless is missing some key components. I'm sure you've spoken at length about this as a commentator given your extensive experience playing Ermor. I have won a couple of games playing Ermor. So given that, what else is he expected to do? Might as well grief the guy who stole Ashdod from him. I mean, I would kind of be upset you stole Ashdod from me too, but at this point, I mean, what else is he? What else can he do? You know, uh, sure, if he pieces you out and goes after another nation, I mean, who's he going to go after? Abizia, um, Machaka, who's been doing fairly well. Arcosophaly, who has been destroying his neighbors. I think Satis one of his neighbors. I'll have to look. No, Satis is too far away. So yeah, that's a tough call there. I mean, he's already in this war with you. Yes, he could peace out, but Arcosophaly is just as far, if not more, far ahead of End in research. So that's just a larger gap there. Be a tougher fight for Ermor. Kind of same for Machaka. He might have had a good shot at fighting Machaka, but it's just that his province, he's not going to fight through a choke here. That's going to be very, very difficult for him. Um, so that is also another downside of fighting Machaka. And honestly, yes, sure, you have Purgatory up, but I mean, there's no other opponent for him to really fight. I mean, he can't really fight through Abizia unless he wants to fight Arco. He can't really fight Machaka due to the fact of that one province choke you'd have to fight through. Because, I mean, honestly, think of this as ends at the moment because he's taken that from him. Um, so, yeah, that's just sure. He's your most, probably the best opponent that you have for him. Yes, you have a lot of preachers and things and priests, but you have to take what fight you can get, I guess. So, we have a lot of back and forth here. Actually losing a spectral mage there from a magus, probably teleporting in. Same here. Losing a bunch of ghouls. Knight taking another province. Devils taking more provinces. Knights of the Unholy Sepulchre taking another province. The birds that he summoned taking a province. The Machakan Forest. Wonder where that force is going. This is just a main force hitting another little raiding party. Actually, having 11 lictors is interesting to see. I do want to see where that Machaka force is heading to. So, they did move from 77 over to 76. Very interesting. Kind of expected him to see if he could one turn pop 67. You know that in Abizia, sure, well, I guess it is late fall. Going into winter, you might not be able to go from there to there. That wouldn't matter too much. Could just went back there, back to 63. But one turn pop that, he wouldn't have moved to take it from you, so that would have been just a free castle for you to take real fast. And I highly doubt Abizia would have pushed out, even if you pushed on to 67, because at that point, if he would have pushed to 76 and tried to take that fort on 88, that puts you at him being one turn off from getting back to his cap. So that would be a very unfortunate for him. You'd be able to cap him on that. You just have to kind of either anticipate his movements after that and catch him on the move, or just go to 88 and see if he stays. So yeah, very interesting there. I guess he's just going to try to take his cap circle, but at this point, it's just summons at this point. It's not really cap units. So not too much to be said there. The rest of these forces, very cheap end. Forces of Darkness taking a province, Enforcement taking a province, a censor and a priest. That's two commanders going in. The priest blessing the censor, and the censor killing the bishop general, light infantry and militia. Very, very nice there. We have two white mages. Let's just check those out just for just because we can. We have the cleaver here, of course. It's burning flesh, fire resistance. Also gives fire shield. We have dragon helmet giving morale and fire resistance, and dark vision 50. Fire resistance on the plate, plus some more morale. Boots of the Messenger giving some reinvig. And then a Storm Spool giving the lightning resistance we have there. Decent paths. A little bit more equipped up. We have a Lucky Coin as the shield, giving the mage luck. Firebrand, Dragon Helmet, Armor of Knights, Boots of Quickness, Bottle of Living Water, Amulet of Anti-Magic, and of course there's only a few guys here that cannot withstand all of this. I doubt they would even kill the Water Elemental, honestly. It's a lot of attacks. That's a very high, a lot of attacks. Sure, no protection, but he's got resistance to pierce, blunt, and slash. And that's just 20 underwater. Does he regen only? Yeah, I think he does. See if they. Oh no. Okay, they just want to walk past each other. Goodbye. Yeah, I'm fighting the guy with fire shield. I think the guy with fire shield or just the elemental itself could have won that battle. Taking a province that had 5 long dead left in it. And that's really it, guys. So, as far as things go, we still have Satis sitting here. Not too much said. Arcos Cephali going back and forth with Menchaca. We have Menchaca really threatening Abyssia's capital at this point. We have N going back and forth with each other, but we should see them seeing someone actually give in here shortly, because I doubt both of them can keep this up forever. Something's gonna happen, of course. Almost looks like man's giving up, or N's giving up on man's cap here, and just saying, "Oh, screw it, let him have it," because he really does need to kind of get his stuff together over here and really stop him. If not, just keep pushing his Dominion, because that's Ermor's Dominion. That's not. That is no one's Dominion. That's no one's. And this all should be his. But not very. I mean, it's so little. 1 and 2. I mean, you're going to be fine. These troops are going to be raiding another province or two before anything really happens, and that's if they stay out of those really high Dominion provinces. I mean, he's put a single priest over here just to keep this siege because, yeah, sure, it's a Dominion strength of 7 for N, but Purgatory only deals damage to the undead, not a live unit there, so very smart on his part. We do see the Raiders coming out, so I do expect him to take this stuff back. Maybe even throw something underwater there. And that's going to be it, guys, for turn 80. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.